Leo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your weekly reading for the week of April 1st through the 7th. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, the hidden truth, and get some important advice from Spirit. Thank you for tuning in today, for sharing this space with me. Let's jump right in and get some energetic frequencies that you're going to be encountering for the week ahead. Let's see what's going on. Thank you for all your support and your love. I feel so blessed to be here with you all. It's a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Leos. All right, Leo. What's happening for the week? First week of April. Surrender. Okay, you're surrendering to something. Interesting. One more, Spirit. Ooh, that one wanted to come flying out. Pay attention. Interesting. Glad you arrived. This seems like something you really need to be aware of for the week. You're being asked to let go of your need to control each part of your life and surrender to the universe. Control is an illusion, and it's exhausting to try to hold on to it. Let it go and allow yourself to enjoy the relief that comes from doing so. All right. So surrender, let go of control. It is an illusion. As much as we think we have control, we do not. We do have choice. We have free will. But there's an undercurrent always of things outside of us. You can't control the weather. You can't control how other people are going to show up. Pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. Okay, so surrender and look for the signs that Spirit is sending your way to make the appropriate moves, counter moves for the week. I never say counter moves. Let's jump right into your tarot spread for the week. Ooh, the Fool, 2 of Cups. Do you have a new beginning and a connection here? Let's see, a new chapter perhaps, where the love is deepening. Ooh, and the passion is lit. People are so far having a really good week. Ooh, something really coming into balance, especially with your desires, Leo. Ooh, the Hermit in the recent past. Virgo energy. You might have Virgo placements. You're shining a light on something. Gaining a new truth. The Hierophant. Deepening a commitment perhaps, or in a commitment that really means a lot to you. We'll see what that's about. Or these are your spiritual values. Major Arcana jumping out for the week. 8 of Pentacles. Working hard. You're creating something. Putting a lot of energy into your work and to your wealth, okay? Committed, deeply committed to your own spiritual growth, to your own core values. Looks like you are in a deep commitment and doing a lot of hard work out in the world. And you could be calling in new team members this week, relying on other people, letting go of control. Yeah, this is relying on other people as you work towards certain projects. I'm getting, you're a very hard worker, Leo. It's the hidden truth. Ooh, the Empress. Glowing up. Okay, the hidden truth. Nurturing something. You could be focusing quite a bit on beautifying, maybe even changing your appearance for some of you. Others of you really nurturing your children. Strong focus on that. Nurturing. All right, let's keep going. The Devil is on the bottom, so there might be some fears coming up around teamwork, organization, building. You could be the leader of your own company. King of Pentacles. Entrepreneurial energy, making very important decisions this week around new contracts, new business deals, new people. You could be hiring people. Others of you, your place of employment, there's been some shifts. You're just riding it out, working hard. Let's see. Leo, what is this work life? It's a big focus this week is on your work. King of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Four of Cups. You could be thinking a lot about how to bring something together here in your work environment or in a connection. There's been some hits that you've felt. Whether you're not feeling appreciated or valued or heard in your personal, professional life, you have a strong desire to think your way through it. Your mind is churning around a situation this week that the more you think about it, the more it creates disturbances inside of you. You are overanalyzing something. And it's this, why can't we this, or that? Why can't we be on the same page? Why do I have to deal with these people? Some of you are dealing with people in leadership above you or in people below you, and it's a source of, I'm getting this, you're frustrated. So this week, there's definitely a source of frustration. Spirit is saying pay extra close attention. Try to let go. You're not going to solve it through the mind, okay? You could be deciding that, you know what, I might need to move away from this place of employment or start seeking other opportunities or not be in this particular project. There's some sort of pivot I think you're considering because it's too hard to be doing what you're doing currently with the people you're doing it with. Yeah, you want change. What's this going within? Yeah, there's been a lot of obstacles, especially in your career, where it's almost like you could be dealing with a system, right? The red tape, whether you work for the government or corporation or some sort of institution, and you push against it, and you're just like, you feel alone in it. And you've stayed practical about it, you've stayed in it, but you're like desperate for change because you don't want to keep hitting it's like, going and doing the same work every day, but not getting the results that you're looking for. Some of you are really sitting and you're thinking about the long-term plan, about if it's time to retire early, how do I get out of this? Or do I need to go back to school, change careers? Or what do I need to change in my work life to alleviate the pressure? This feels like pressure. There's definitely fated change going on where you're going to feel less encumbered. There's some sort of obstacles that you're working through that have been present. Okay, and if this has to do with the love bond, there's some disappointment that you're navigating because there's been some misunderstandings and disagreements and not seeing eye to eye together with what you're trying to do as a couple, whatever that is. You could just challenge one another in your dialogue and it gets prickly and you feel almost as though you can't always speak your mind just to not rock the boat. You're reevaluating and reassessing this week the things that you value and what is it that needs to change. You want significant change in some aspect of your life, Leo, because I feel your frustration. You could be in a commitment that, let's see, Two of Cups. Yeah, you're dealing with blocks in a commitment. A lot of you, this doesn't have to work at all. This is the blocks that arise in a connection when two energies are not aligned. And there's been trust issues. There's been emotional walls. You might have someone who is committed to you but doesn't want to go to the next level, whether they don't want to move in or they're not into having children. There's some sort of, it's an impasse. So this week, Spirit is saying surrender it to us. This is not something you're going to solve by overthinking about it, okay? You want to trust that you and the person that you are committed to can at least see each other's perspectives calmly, rationally, and have an understanding. That's where the frustration lies. It feels as though you're dealing with someone who's irrational or who can't hear you and what you need. And so you restrict yourself. You don't always say what you need to say. I do believe there's a lot of love here, but there's been blocks. there might be expectations around, well, this is the way it should be. All right. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like if you got married, if you're in a commitment or you want to get married, there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't force someone to be somewhere where they can't be. And it's as though you can't trust their words and actions here. And you're both working very hard, though, nurturing the connection, working hard at the connection. Yeah, there's been arguing, differences, disagreements. This week, you're going to hit some sort of roadblock. And it could have to do with fears that are coming up in the commitment itself. But you're working through it in the near future. Yeah. Okay. There's things, this is it. This is exactly what the cards indicated in the beginning. You're going to have to work hard to let go of the hurt, of feeling wronged, okay? Whether it's a family member or a close coworker or someone in your life that you have history with. It's not been easy. Some people we get together with and it flows and it's not as hard because you're more compatible. This feels like two very different people that may not be as compatible as others, but they're deeply committed to one another. And there's fears that come up because you're like, sometimes you can't work around the incompatibility and you hit up against it. And you're going to have to deal with your emotions and release them, okay, in the near future. You're going to have to work hard to release whatever hurt that has occurred here with the words that are said, with the inaction, and get on the same page. And I do believe that you're going to be opening up into a new beginning where the energy feels fresh. And you will overcome whatever wounding that you're experiencing here in a connection. The hidden truth is that you want to nurture this. But it doesn't come without a lot of anxiety and stress, okay? Try not to, here's the thing, and I talk about this isn't as big of an O here. There's actually, it's the yin and the yang. We have a choice at all times in our lives to observe from a detached point of view. When we're in it, it's like actors on a stage where you're the actual character. But after the play, the person is not the character. You know, these are the days of our lives. And so if you can have both you as the experiencer, right? And which is the actor, and then you as the observer, you start to realize that you're going to get hurt. You're going to have misunderstandings. It's when we hold on to it. And then it just churns. And then are you having like dialogues with this person in your head while you're at work? Are you constantly running a narrative that feeds, you feeling wounded? There's something for you to look at here around your wounding and around releasing this repetitive pattern that you have with someone. It's something that needs to be healed. And you are going to heal it, but you have to let it flow through you. This is exactly the card of feeling it, having an emotional release. It's like you're bottling something up. In the past you were, and the Spirit's saying you can't bottle this up, Leo. You got to let it out. It's like you're blocking and you're shutting it down. You're like, no, I'm not going to feel that. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. I'm going to put up with it. But Spirit's saying, that's not healthy. So you're not going to bottle this up. I see you releasing it, and it's going to be a really good release. Go out. I've been wanting to do one of those, like, let's throw axes, whatever you need to do to get the energy out. Whether you need to go to the top of a mountain and scream, or have a good cry session. Watch a really sappy movie that gets the waterworks going. You need to release what you're feeling. And I think you're going to feel so much better afterward. It's the Empress. Yep. 9 of Pentacles. And this could be work frustration, but for most of you, this is something hitting close to home. Yeah. The hidden truth is, wow. We have 2 Empresses with the 9 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. Whatever spat you're dealing with, it's a necessary realignment. It's a softening. There's been a hardening and a bristling up, right? Armoring up because you're dealing with someone who's difficult. I'm getting that. You're dealing with someone, Leo, who's difficult. They like to push buttons. They might not do it consciously. Okay? Let's not assume that. But this is, you could be having differences of opinion around child rearing, around the family, because we have two empresses here. This is a family issue. And you're trying, it's like you want to go one way, they want to go another when it comes to a lot of things. And this is, okay, this is really having the proper communication so you can both realign. I am seeing you both realign because you both need to soften. This is the divine feminine calling on both of you to soften. Settle things down in your home. You want a peaceful, harmonious home, okay? And also regaining your emotional independence, okay? That's the hidden truth. You need emotional independence. You both need to soften, and you both need to focus on creating a more harmonious environment in the home, especially if there's kids around, okay? And I'm not saying anyone's doing anything wrong. It's just sometimes you have to just make sacrifices for the greater good. It doesn't mean you silence yourself. It means there's a time and a place to address things, okay? I know you're disappointed. I know you're overthinking something. I know you feel wronged, whether it's in work or in love, and you are going to work through it, and you're going to overcome this. But you got to have an emotional release. I'm telling you, you've been bottling it up. You've been bottling it up. Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel as though you feel like you deserve an apology. Someone said something in the heat of the moment, and you were like, no. You're not going to talk to me that way. It almost, sorry, I'm going to totally mess this up the way I shuffled. I feel as though someone disrespected you and it was a little hiccup. And you feel wronged. And it's brought up a lot of fear. But you're going to overcome this. It's something for the two of you to look at and iron out. Yeah. Because there's a lot of love and attraction here, and you're both going to overcome. You know, there's going to be times in every connection where you're going to be disappointed in the person that you're with. It's when we hold on to them and we keep score and we don't let it go and we don't forgive and we don't allow it to heal. Okay? I'm not seeing anything that indicates toxicity or narcissism or anything like that here. This is the normal disagreements, and we are entering a retrograde this week, coming in. And pretty much I think the first 3 weeks of April, we're going to be going through these sorts of things where we're going to have a misunderstanding, and it's going to require a lot of your energy and attention and your confidence in your sense of self and the way you portray yourself and the way you handle your energy. And it's okay. It's okay to be disappointed. Spirit is saying you're going to bounce back. You're going to bounce back from this. Okay? Yeah, you're going to bounce back from this. But you are fired up, okay? Something is firing you up this week, and you're going to have to be brave, and you're going to take a stand. It's as though you're not going to let something slide, and you're going to call somebody out, and it's going to create a little bit of war words, and it's going to like kind of devolve before it evolves, and you're going to feel a certain way, and you might have a day or two where you're like, I don't even want to talk to you. But you love this person. You both nurture this connection. But at the end of the day, you need to establish your own independence here too and be able to speak your truth. Okay? That's my message, Leo. I'll see you in the next one.